Welcome back, everybody. This is Chad with IREC Veteran 8888. Today we've got a special treat. We're going to be taking a military surplus rifle. This is an Enfield M1917. This particular one was produced in 1918, so that puts it just over 100 years old, which is awesome. We're going to be shooting this out to 750 yards with a match grade hand load that I cooked up a couple of years ago. We have done a video on this gun. At the time, it belonged to our good buddy Kevin. It now belongs to me. I finally was able to procure it from him. It's a long running joke. If you watch the old video, you'll know what we're talking about. But these are really, really interesting U.S. service rifles that were used primarily during World War I, most notably by Alvin York. If you guys don't know who Alvin York is, definitely go check it out and have a little history lesson. These rifles are rich with just features that gave them a very long lineage and heritage moving on into the sporting realm. A Square, among other companies, used these P17 or M17 actions for various high pressure hunting loads. They would rebarrel them for things like the 577 T-Rex, 375 H&H. The actions are just super strong, and to put a 30-06 in it is kind of like shooting a 22 through a Remington 700 per se. But very, very strong actions. These are a cock on close style, so you do get that cock on close action, which is very fast. It's very predominant in the Enfield rifles. For a little bit more detailed look at this rifle itself, go check out our previous video. Kevin gave a nice history lesson of this, and we shot this out to 600 yards. But without further ado, we're going to take a few shots. And these things are kind of neat because they hold 6 rounds instead of 5. The original 1914 Enfields, they were produced in 303 British here in the States to help out the cause for Britain during the war. And we needed rifles as well, so we just took the same design and basically rebarreled it for our service cartridge, which at the time was 30-06, and hence the P17 or the M1917. So you ready, Eric? Go. All right, I've got this thing dialed up to 8. I'm just going to bullseye that target down there. It's a 22-inch round from shoot steel at 753 yards. All right, here we go. Should be some ears because this thing's loud. Ah, good old steel butt plate. Oh yeah, baby, come on.
It really doesn't kick that bad for an 06.
Not too bad. It's a heavy gun for sure.
It is.
All right, I'm gonna bullseye it and just send one and see what happens.
I'm spotting.
Okay. Any idea?
I did not see it.
Okay. Oh, such a smooth action.
Oh yeah.
Love the cock on close. All right. Any idea?
It looks like you're hitting to the left a pretty good bit.
Okay. Well, that's definitely what happened before. So in the previous video, I was aiming at the large 22-inch round at 600, and we had a gopher target to the left, and I wound up hitting the gopher several times, which was crazy. So
yeah, I saw the trace. I just didn't really see the impact too well.
Okay.
Let's try holding off the right edge a good bit.
All right. I'm just gonna use that half-size D28 there as kind of an aiming point.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold that far right, and we'll see what happens. Okay.
Go. All right. You hit about a foot off the left edge of the D28. Your elevation looks pretty good.
Okay. So I'll just
bring it about, aim about a foot off the right edge of the plate.
Okay. I'll cut the difference.
On the big one.
Gotcha. All right. Send in another.
Go. Impact.
Oh, that's a satisfying sound. Oh. Okay.
You might have shot right over the top of the plate.
Okay. Guys, that's a tiny target in iron sights. Even with this front sight blade being very, very thin, it's a nice square top, very thin front sight blade, and it's easy to get on target down there, but that D28 literally covers up the top of the sight blade. I mean, that's how, or I'm sorry, that 22-inch round covers up the top of the sight blade.
Go ahead.
All right. Eric's like, shut up and shoot. All right.
Impact. Good shot.
Cool.
That alt-6 carries some energy.
It does. Yeah, these 168s, man, these things they're no slouch.
Yeah, whatever your hold was, just keep doing that because that was a good center shot.
Okay. Let's see if I can get my stripper clip to work right. Am I in the right position? I have to eyeball it here.
Make sure the bolt is back all the way.
Yeah, bolt's back all the way. I'm in the notch.
Now do it when people are trying to kill you.
Yep. I'm just not holding my mouth right, that's all. All right, and then I'm gonna steal one round from over here. Whoop. Get in there. 6 shots, big old belly on this rifle. All right. Yeah. See if we can go for a few more. And we'll turn it over to Eric, and he usually outshoots me with military surplus rifles.
Not always.
Not always, but most of the time. All right, ready?
Go. Impact. Good shot. Keep doing that.
We will try.
Impact. Yeah, that gun's a shooter, man.
Over 100 years old. I mean,
just off the right edge of the plate.
you know, I felt like I was aiming a little bit too far to the right. Let's see.
Impact. Upper right quadrant of the plate.
I'll take that.
I couldn't call it. If it missed, it wasn't by much. Right over the top of the gong, a little bit to the left.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot one more stripper clip.
Not bad. It's a long way.
Yeah, it is. Phew. I'll shoot one more.
For a
and turn it over
100-year-old gun, I'd say she still got it.
Man, you have no idea how long I was trying to get this from Kevin. This gun
And
shoots
you can't
so
deny
good.
how good a 30-06 carries, energy.
I know. And two, one thing that was not present in the previous video was this sling. I did wind up procuring a military sling. This one is marked 1918, so I tried to seek out an original sling that matched the date of the rifle, and just a cool addition to it. I mean, it's just a neat rifle. And the safety's over here on the right side. It's kind of assisted, so when you go from safe to fire, the thing just flips right out of the way. Oh, such a cool piece of history,
It's
man.
definitely the apex of the Enfield type design, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's definitely a superior rifle.
All right, I'm sending another.
Go ahead. Impact. Left edge of the plate looked like.
Okay.
Impact. Center. Good center mass hit. Impact.
Left.
Man, so much mirage, it's hard to tell the trace. Impact.
All right, one more round.
That one looked high and right.
Okay.
Impact. Go shooting.
I'm satisfied. Let's see how well Eric can do with this thing. Man, what a shooter.
All right, guys, Chad is making it look easy. He always does. I'm gonna give the P17 a try, see what we can come up with here. One thing I can say about this rifle is the sights are wonderful. Very, very good sights with lots of adjustability. So a rifleman back in the day had a pretty good setup here. Now, the front sight, despite being relatively thin, it still has a blocked off look to it. I've got a bullseye and use the same hold that Chad did, and let's just see if my first shot is anywhere close to where Chad is. Remember, sight pictures, guys, they can differ from shooter to shooter, so my sight picture might be a little different than Chad's.
All right, send it when you're ready. Okay, you look like you were just high, in between the plate and the frame and slightly right. That's where the trace ended up.
You got it. I was holding off like you were. I'm just gonna aim right under it.
Yeah, the windage looked good to your point of aim, but it was just you were a little bit high.
High.
Yeah, that was high. That was even higher right. So you were over the top of the frame on the right corner there.
Interesting.
Impact.
Dialed down to 7.
Okay.
And just bullseyed it.
Okay.
All right, guys, I don't know what it is. It took a couple of shots, but I guess we had the sight set to 800, and we wound up finding out that my rounds are hitting about this much higher than Chad's. It may just be the way we're seeing the sights, but we dialed back down to 7, and on the first shot, I was able to log impact. So we'll take it as a learning curve, and let's just keep that same point of aim, Chad, and let's just see if I can log some hits.
Yep. You're just low center on that impact. So
That's perfect.
sorry, I'm a terrible spotter.
No, it's okay. I'm a terrible shooter. We we work together. Okay.
Send them in there. All right, just left.
Okay.
Was a heap of mirage, which you can't see.
Yeah.
Impact.
All right. We're gonna shoot for record. These old milsurps are fun, guys. You always got to learn how to shoot iron sights. Don't take it for granted. Scopes are fun, but you got to know how to work a bolt gun too.
And as you guys can see from this video, Eric is still learning.
No. You're always learning. Always learning.
Touche. Drop them pills in there, boy. Let's see it. Oh, just under it. That one looked like it veered slightly high and right.
Okay. Doing the best I can. Let's see.
Just right.
Just right?
Just barely
I'm holding
right. Yep.
All right, well, let me just go right under it then.
Bye. It's one of those days. Impact.
It's what we call milsurp purgatory.
Pretty much.
When you can't find something to aim at. All right, let's see.
Just aim at that there blade of grass, Johnny.
All right, here we go.
Send it.
Get in there.
Get in there. Yep. That must have been right under it.
Man, it looked like the plate moved from here.
Well, I didn't hear it. Your other shots are favoring just low center.
Okay.
I'm just a horrible spotter. That's all it is. That's an impact.
I cut the plate in half that time instead of bullseyeing it.
What the heck?
Was it a little bit further up on the plate?
That shot looked like it was around 5 o'clock.
Okay.
But man, there's so much mirage, it just looks like a blur.
Yeah, it's literally like 93 degrees out here right now. It's all right. It's a lot of fun. These old girls have still got it. If you can, if you can see good enough, you can hit with them.
Impact. That was a good, just right of center shot.
Well, the sights are dead on the money.
That's crazy. Impact. Yeah. Impact. In there, now you go. Now that one was under the plate. Impact. All right, wind, like literally the mirage started moving left, right, and that trace just went right to the right of the plate.
You know, these old guns are so much fun to shoot, guys. And I know we're not exactly logging a amazing amount of hits, but we're shooting 750. We are going to take some of these guns out to some longer range, and I think that this is one gun that certainly qualifies for that. We'll be taking this gun out to probably 1,000 or better in a future video. Not terrible once we kind of figured out where we were at. Not too bad of a deal there. I'm happy.
Very.
It is hot out here. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is melting if I'm sounding like a moron, but we really appreciate all our viewers. Those of you who purchase man cans, if you support us on Patreon, if you buy shirts or merch over on the website, all those funds go right back into supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we really appreciate those of you who support us as well. A lot of fun today. We've got a lot of videos on the way. We have been some video filming madmen, and I can't wait to get this content out to you guys. Have yourselves a great day. We'll see you next time. Many more videos on the way.